Through the somber night air reverberated a bellowing toll, reminding the parts of their servitude to chase the temporal goal. The sky in all of its pitch shed not one tear of light. The trees trembled in lamentation, and the wind howled its restless plight. As though it were the first day, unknown and without form, a spirit stirred in disarray, listening for a rift to be torn. In that firmament of the quantum and metaphysical realm that separates impermanence with its divine parallel, one not without the other, thrives upon its own, a doppelganger identity, to each a placebo. Upon the walk approached a couple of dismal sorts, manic and depressed they be, with figures grimace and contorted. The man moved by not of joy, his world riddled in dread, a weight affixed upon his shoulders, with no purpose behind his step. And wench in lead grasped the nut, with a thrust upon the door, her welcome matte complexion greeted the company of a whore. She stood poised as a Madonna, with bosom to bare for host, while he grumbled of her pious facade to be more shallow than a ghost. Open wide the door retreated in the hand of a horrid bust, cross my threshold and be received, Sir Sloth and Lady Lust. With a crash slammed the tomb, sealing the eve's fate, at the house of Widow Wrath. The acquirers commiserated. May I call together the cream and address you all by name, that we rid ourselves the formalities and see our goals the same. Take leisure and reap the harvest. Ask Bacchus if you know not the way, to revel in hedonistic rapture, as this is your last day. A gruesome smile emerged from the depths of her raspy abyss, her teeth crooked and gnarled, and skin crawled with a hiss. Welcome to my web. I am the Widow Wrath, beneficiary to my husband, who suffered a fateful attack. Give not your heart to another, for it will not be received. Poisoned by his undying love, hatred became his reprieve. And I to feast upon the struggling, sorrowful demise of that man's greatest weakness, to love me with his life. Now allow me to introduce a mouthpiece we all know dear, the great Pastor Pride, who keeps the minds of the parts clear. Good eve, fellow fruit. Praise the greater force we may, that brought us together to cultivate the social decay. In fact, our faith lay, the nitrogen cycle expose, the feudalism dominance that our reign impose. You all know who I am. Introduction need I not address. I shall welcome General Gluttony. From pillaging for the cause, he takes recess. Salutations, merry consumers. It does me well to take a breath, for it has become difficult to acquire with all you rest. You know not the saturation of wealth within my heart, each cell preparing to rupture from the compromise of the parts. They give away actively in the name of altruism. Passive is my presence, a beacon of fascism. I come to digest this horde, but only for a short while. My appetite will pang again, for the sheep I must beguile. Back in the chair he shifted, with a groan from tense legs. A mass without metabolism yields the strain of dead weight. Chins rolled over his chest, a neck not within sight, stuck out for no one it would be, for fear of fork and knife. To feast in time of gain or anticipation of loss, he dare not surrender a morsel, be it of entitlement's cost. I shall rest my tongue and give way to another, the political commandant, my Polish brother. He organizes the parts through systems of bureaucracy, unable to rise above the charismatic governor, greed. Thanks be to you, General, and your unquestionable sword, to orchestrate the foreign choir beyond border of my word. Gentle choirs, I am humbled to bask amongst the constituents who uphold voting impasse and maintain the order that suits our party right to wear the parts leisurely and disrobe when out of sight.